For the last few weekends, we've done big campsites, we've done pub stops, but this weekend we fancied something a little bit different. So this weekend we're staying local, we stay close to home, and we booked into a small campsite near Stockbridge, and the weather is looking to be a wet weekend. Hey ho, sometimes wet weekends, cosy in the van, is the best combination, right? Well, we're going to see. So we'll check out the campsite and we'll go and see what Stockbridge has to offer. We have made it, or I have made it, onto the pitch. Now don't worry, Jodie will be joining us later today, probably in the next couple of hours. She's just got some things to do. So she'll be bringing the car because she's got things to do tomorrow as well. So I'll be chilling out here at Stockbridge View campsite. Now it seems quite empty. There's a couple of vans on here, some look permanent. I've filled up with water. I've made sure I've got a decent pitch so I can get Jodie park her car in front of the van. We have to let them know. And they're happy for us to bring a car. I suppose if we're towing, it'd be no different from that, will it? The grass is really boggy, so I tried to keep off of that best I could. I'm going to spin the seats round, loosen up the tables for us, put out the mats, but everything's pretty much done. There's not really a lot to set up. And we like travelling like that really because, you know, when you're collapsing everything down and moving on again, well, it's quite easy to put things out, put things away. You get kind of used to it the more you're on the road. Weather's still atrocious, although it looks like a bit of sun coming through up there. Could be. But looking at the weather forecast, it looks like we've got heavy rain all weekend. Never right though, are they?
Hello, I'm finally here.
Woohoo! Hello, welcome to the motorhome.
I don't think he's that excited to see me, to be honest. I think he was enjoying it without me here.
Oh, it was bliss, peace and quiet. Anyway, now the party starts, eh?
Not want to turn this camera off after that comment. I've just been out onto Danbury Hill, which is not far from here. So I've got a hairdresser's appointment tomorrow. So I brought the car with me. So I was finishing off my work at home. Then I came in, went up to Danbury Hill, did a little bit of filming for Movie Channel, and then I've turned up here. So the car is parked just in front. I think this is one of the only pictures I'd be able to do that on, to be honest.
So what's the plans for this weekend?
Well, I'm going to go off tomorrow morning. Got a hairdresser's appointment at 8:30. It's about half an hour from here. So I'm going to go and do that. Come back, and then we're going to head off in Stockbridge.
Ooh. So while you're at the hairdressers, I'll take you about, just so we can have a quick look at the campsite. It is quite cheap. It's £20 per night for the pitch, no matter how many people. I think up to 6 probably, but no electric.
Yeah, so we're on inverter this weekend.
Yeah. We'll
let you know how that goes, because normally through the winter, when we've stayed somewhere, electric's been included. So we've
been lucky this year. Yeah. Well, we ain't been lucky because the costs matches the electric, isn't it? Yeah. It's double £20 a night, isn't it? So about 40 quid.
Just where I've chose to go, isn't it?
Yeah, so like I say, we're close to home. It's got toilet facilities and all that sort of stuff. So it is classed as a campsite. There's more than 5 pitches here.
We have been here before, haven't we? Did you say that? Have you said that already?
No, I haven't said that.
We have been here before. but it wasn't as big as it is now. There was only a few pictures when we got here. And we have gone in Stockbridge before, but this time we're going to go in to some of the pubs and explore like the shops and stuff. We just walked around last time.
Yeah.
Weather dependent, we might end up in the pubs a little bit longer if it's raining. We'll
So what we'll do then is we'll pick you up in the morning when I'll take you around the campsite and we're off into Stockbridge.
And I'll see you in the afternoon when I've had my hair done.
Good morning, everyone. We're up bright and early this morning. Jodie has left. Now, she's going to get a haircut in Salisbury, so she's going to be a few hours to leave me to my own devices for that few hours. So first off, I'm just making a brew, as you do. I've already had one in our nice mugs there. So if you want any of these mugs or anything like that, the link for the shop is down in the description, so you can go and check it out. We've got hoodies, we've got t-shirts. If you want it all for the next season or this season coming, we would like to say thanks to everyone that has bought something. I know people have bought cups, beanie hats, hoodies, t-shirts, polo shirts. So that is absolutely fantastic, and thank you. As you can see out there, it's a dull, drizzly, wet day. We are hoping by this afternoon it clears up a little bit when we go out. I'm going to have this brew, sort a few things out, and then see if I can get you around this campsite. All my jobs are done, so let's go out and check this campsite out. I'm going to go and do the bin anyway. So, God, I didn't realise how warm it is in here. Got the heating on. And just a quick one then, look at the electrics. We've been here one night, one day, so we're on 76%. Use the air fryer, the microwave, the kettle about 4 or 5 times. Ain't too bad actually. We've still got 400 amp hours in the battery from our 500 amp hour battery. It's around 530 amp hours, so let's say 500 usable power. So over in the distance, I'll take you, there's the bins, the Elson Point, the toilets and everything. We have shown it before, but there's more hard standing, which we're on, one of the new hard standings. Probably been in about a year actually. You've got all the field there. Someone's still in a tent box. There's a couple of tents even. And we're first week into February. So other than being wet, it ain't actually that cold. These are the hard standings. You've even got a bench to go with that, if you wish. And you can have fire pits. I would say make sure they're off the ground, but some people haven't. Water points all dotted around. All these ones along here, the new hard standing points are £20 for a night, no electric. Ain't too bad these days. We will take you over to that far corner. That's a walkway down into Stockbridge. Well, I suppose I'm going to have to get used to this, because one of the trips this year, it will just be me, as we know, going back into France. Yeah, it's going to be an emotional journey. So you have to catch that one. Just have to get used to filming on my own without me, my sidekick. There is CCTV on the site, so it is all secure. And there is a gate code that you get given. Half to Stockbridge, like I said, in the far corner. But you have got bins here, recyclable and general waste bins. That's the bins all done. Now, there isn't a walkway to the toilet block, so it could be nice if they had a bit of slabbed area so you can get to the toilet block in this wet weather. It's quite slippery. Actually, I did see someone fall on their backside this morning, however they were okay. So I'm coming this way round anyway because it's less muddy where everyone has trodden in that path. We nearly went there. Like to see they're self-efficient on electric best they can. You've got a wind turbine. Right, you've got 2 Elson points here. So if you're on the green stuff, you can use this one, which is your normal standard. And if you're on the chemicals, then you're using that one there. Basic toilet block here. A couple of sinks, a couple of toilets, a couple of showers, a couple of urinals. But one good thing, it's warm. Quite warm in here, it's hot. They have got a disabled Portaloo type toilet and outside sinks, but I'm going to take you inside this because there's some sinks in there. Now, I don't believe there's a washing machine or anything, but you have got a fridge if needed, and they've even give you a charge point, so you can, it says you're welcome to charge your tablet, your phone, anything like that if need be, and obviously you're leaving it at your own risk, but you've got a couple of sinks in here as well, so if the weather's not too good. Big map of the area, some books, bit of information. The space outside's quite big. There is a little play park area and there's plenty of tables dotted around. So in the summer, it'd be ideal really, just to park out there on the grass. Pitches themselves are quite level, to be fair. They're not too bad. If anything, they do slope downhill a little bit. Right, let's get back inside.
Right, I'm back from the hairdressers and just making us bacon, onion and mushroom omelette because King Lee wants a omelette making. This is the XXL Ridge Monkey, I believe, the big ones. And we just use these as a frying pan, and we've got a griddle one as well. So they work really well. That's 3 eggs. Lee also has a bit of cheese. I don't really bother. Ooh. There we are, 1 omelette. There we are. There's your dinner, Your Majesty. Well, that's breakfast done, or brunch, lunch, whatever you want to call it.
A bit of brunchy lunchy.
Yeah, I'm not going to call it that. Right, it's good getting in the hairdressers at 8:30 in the morning because then we can get on with the rest of the day. The only downside was I couldn't really have a drink last night, so I'll have to make up for that tonight. Right, it's going to be a bit muddy. Lee's got some walking boots on.
Walking shoes. See how they perform. Right.
And I'm going out in my already dirty trainers.
You can hold on to me if you're slipping over.
I remember last time we came here it was a little bit muddy down there. So there's my Duke. Do you know, I've had this car, I bought it in 2016, it's actually 2012, and it's still going strong. Good car. A bit Marmite Duke, so out there, not everyone's cup of tea. Been raining here quite bad. When it comes down, it really comes down, so it's like a bit of drizzle and then a massive shower.
Well, do we need the umbrella then?
No, I'm just going to put my hood up.
For the camera, if we're recording.
Oh, you want that huge umbrella for the camera?
Yeah, it stops the lens getting wet. All right, we'll leave it. Should be all right now.
I just won't film if it's like that. Yeah, the umbrella's like massive.
Come on then, let's go. Let's show them the walk down into Stockbridge. There's a little footpath, probably going to be very boggy today. We'll see.
It was like that last time we came here.
It was, yeah. Do we always come here in winter?
Yeah, because we're always in sunny places in summer. Not that this isn't a sunny place in summer.
It's a sunny place in the summer here as well, yeah.
I bet when I was away at the hairdressers, you was on that over there.
I went to, but it says only for children under the age of 12, I think. So,
oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
In the corner of the campsite to the back, there's a footpath.
Oh yeah, dog waste bin as well, so you can walk your dog down here. I can't remember if that sign was there.
It may have been. I think I remember it being there. Yeah, here's the muddy track.
Yeah.
Goes right there, God knows where that goes.
I'm glad I got these shoes on.
Yeah, and then on the way to Stockbridge. I've just stung my ankle on a nettle, and my natural instinct went look for a dock leaf. I remember as a kid, I was always stinging myself when we were going exploring. And it was always look for a dock leaf. Do any of you do that or remember that? Or do you still do it?
I bought a powerful torch with me just in case it does get dark and we have to come back up here. You have to keep looking down because otherwise you've got things like this to deal with. I'm going to go round. Oh, the joy. Hang on a minute, let's get on that.
You've got walking boots on, you're all right.
Well, they're walking shoes. Give me a sore toe, actually.
They're not made for walking.
Good thing I can put these in the box when we get back, because we've got a boot box in the garage and they can just stay in there. That is the end of the footpath. So that's all done, and now it's just normal pavements into Stockbridge. So it's not that far on there, but it is a boggy and muddy, so make sure you've got sturdy footwear.
I forgot just how muddy it is.
Yeah,
you could actually get a sledge meant for the snow and You could probably get down quite easily in one of them.
Yeah, because there's a bit of a hill there as well.
Yeah.
So slippy underfoot. So this is where it brings you out now. So this is the main road going into Stockbridge. And it ain't much further down here, to be honest.
It's actually a 10-minute walk, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say it's about 10 minutes.
Because that's Stockbridge down there, and because of the mud, it's been more like a 20-minute walk, but yeah.
And the good thing, we've taken every opportunity to avoid the rain. So every time it's had a break of the rain, then we're out. So far, so good. In. And we are right near the river Avon, I believe this is. Oh, River Test, isn't it?
Is it the Test?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Look how full it is right now. Wow. I ain't seen it this full in a long time.
Well, the grass is actually flooded around the edge of it as well. So
Yeah.
it does actually tell you, there's a sign there that tells you how
deep it is.
How deep it is, yeah.
Is that 6 metres? I think that's, well, it says K6.
K6, C7.
I don't know.
I don't know, it says K6, whatever that means.
Well, it's flowing fast. Right, so this is the start of the town, and the town is basically a big strip going straight through the middle. And just a little bit further up, you've got all these as well, so little side rivers coming off. So you wouldn't want that flooding, would you? It gets a little bit narrow with the cars parked, getting in. But nice old quirky buildings. Very busy place. Oh, we've just come up to a fishing shop, but wow, look at that. But I think they like their fly fishing round here. A fly rod. Look at that plate there.
Is that to put an actual fish
I
on
would
then?
say it is, yeah. For dinner. Yeah, you've got the jackets as well. Yeah, maybe that's a new sport for you, babe.
Is that what dish if you've caught a tiny fish?
Possibly.
You wouldn't want to be given that one next to somebody with that one, would you?
I suppose it all depends what you catch. Hey, do you need a new hat?
Not for me. Oh, there's some nice boots though.
Oh, they are nice boots, aren't they? Wouldn't suit me though.
I don't think they'd actually suit me, to be honest, unless I
like
got a
the
jacket
hats.
like that or something.
Again, wouldn't suit me.
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
There's a nice little cafe here.
Yeah,
Meadow
the
Cafe.
Meadow Cafe. Yeah. Oh, they serve.
Oh, they serve wine as well in this cafe.
breakfast. Oh, wine list. You're happy then?
I can't drink wine very well. Only a little bit now and again.
I was happy with the breakfast.
You've just had an omelette.
Yeah. Got antiques over there. Antique fair today, look. Oh, hang on a minute. Look at that. The sheriff's house. That's where the sheriff lives.
Where's his car then? I think he'd have
Be
one of
horse,
them.
wouldn't it?
No, they have them big, like, American sheriff cars, don't they?
Oh, I thought it'd be.
What
I thought it'd be a
the
horse.
Mustangs or something? I don't know.
Well, you got St Peter's Church here. That's a nice little church. Nothing massive. Do you want to see if you can look inside?
There's people coming out, so I don't know if there's something going on in there.
Oh, maybe.
I don't want to disturb them. But they do like Sunday service and stuff.
Is that not normal? It's a Sunday service, not normal.
Do you go normally?
I don't go, but I thought it was a normal thing.
Knowing our luck, we'd go in there and there'd be a wedding or something going on.
They might invite us to the after party. They might have a wine list.
I thought you was going to ask me to marry you again then or something. No way you said that.
Once is enough.
We have done Stockbridge before, so we'll put that in the description. So we did a bit of the history of the place, so we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to walk around, take you in a few pubs or something when we actually decide on which one we're going in. So check out the other one if you want to know the history of it.
That's one shop we're going to check out, the whiskey shop. Oh, look at that. That's a nice car. Anyway, back to the whiskey shop.
It was like he slowed down for you to film in then.
Yeah, we checked that shop out when we walked past it on the other side.
I know what it was. They thought you were a speed camera.
Look at that bottle. So it got a price on it. £172 for that champagne. That's a big bottle, though.
Depends if you've got something big to celebrate, I suppose. We've been wine importers in Hampshire since 2002.
Ooh.
We do delivery locally and nationwide and Doorstep Dozen Wine Club.
Very good.
Yeah.
There's plenty of wine in there. Oh, wow. Good size on that bottle.
How much is that one then?
I don't know. I don't think that's for sale. It's got to be for show. That's got to be about, I don't know, 5 litres? Well, again, you've got another one of these rivers. And it's right next to the fire station.
I'm sure we walked down there last time.
No, I don't think we walked down there. We walked in here and you read off the board there.
Oh, right.
But, I mean, you can go down here a little bit. I think we've seen fish in here before. Fire station's just there.
That just tells you about the local wildlife
There's
and
a
stuff.
Gravestone. The little whiskey shop. Yeah, it is. This is the whiskey shop then. Plenty of choice in there.
Monkey Shoulder. You ever heard of that?
Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah.
No. I probably heard of half of these whiskies, if I'm honest. Dogs are even welcome.
I'm going to give your dog some whiskey.
Yeah.
You
That's
do
a nice bottle.
little dog bowls of whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Oh, they do ciders
They're
and
little
stuff.
sets and that as well. They're quite cute, aren't they?
Of rum, that is, though.
It's got a 5-year, number 13 and a spice.
I think you were right. I think there is something going on in the church with the bells going.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it might be a wedding or something.
Possibly. It's Saturday.
Look.
Yeah.
Tin
Tin Man.
Oh, look,
Big
you got
Tin Man. Little Tin Man.
even littler and even littler.
All right. Teeny Tin Men.
I would feel like I'd need to get the full collection then, wouldn't
I've
you?
got quite a few of them. Look, he's even got the axe. Oh, they've all got an axe.
I'd need the lion and the scarecrow. I would. I'd have to have the full collection.
Hey, they might do that. Plenty of tin men though. Well, if you want some properties round here, I mean that one's 1.1 million.
That one there, 745 near Fruxton down in Andover. That's not bad. It's got like double garage, nice big driveway, little cottage in there.
Yeah, it's expensive still, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, look at the one down there, Way Hill in Andover. 1.3, 1,350,000. Nice space though.
There's a one there for Guy Price, 398,000. That looks like a terraced, mid-terrace house.
Yeah. Not all houses are that expensive around here, but you can get quite expensive ones in any area, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything
I mean,
below.
that's nearly
Sorry.
1.5 million there.
I'm not seeing anything below 350, if I'm honest.
That must be like a high-end estate agents, I reckon.
I don't know though.
Well, I do. Looking at them prices,
It's called Evans and Partridge.
it just sounds like a posh estate agents, doesn't it? Evans and Partridge.
It might just be their surnames.
Anyway, here comes the rain. We need
to
find
get in a pub, yeah.
Yeah, Jodie's definitely got her hood up now.
Well, I've just been to hairdressers, haven't I? I'm not getting it wet. It costs me too much to get it wet.
I must say, I've never seen a French restaurant before in the UK. Has anyone else ever seen a French restaurant in the UK?
Pan-fried skate wing with a butter and kappa sauce.
Ooh, bloody... Oh. Well, the church ringing its bells.
You can actually see the ropes moving at the top.
Must be in the centre of town now. The clock up there. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going in. Oh, I can go in this one. Who am I?
You were Clark Kent and now you're Superman. I think we're a bit bored.
Look how high it is today. It's coming right up.
Didn't I not record it?
That's flowing through there fast, isn't it? Public toilets if you need them, and look open, so that's ideal. Right, we're still in the hunt for a pub. Now, there is a few down here, I believe.
It says lovely pub this way.
Oh, let's go to the lovely
That's
pub.
what it says, look.
Yeah. Let's go in the lovely pub then. Oh, it's lovely and warm.
I don't think there's any
No
tables.
spaces.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I can see there's a table down this end. Well, that didn't work out. All the tables were reserved.
Yeah, no room at the end for us.
No room at the lovely pub. Oh, I fancy putting that sign there. We can't even get a drink.
It's that because it's that lovely. It's full.
Yeah. What about the Greyhound? Should we try that?
Yeah, we'll go across there.
We're going to see if we can get in that one now. Yeah, look at them. Colour of that building there. Pink and... It's definitely not brown. Is that a green or a blue?
A greeny blue.
A greeny blue. Well, we have tried the two pubs. All busy, all reserved tables. So we didn't plan that very well.
No. No, so it did just look really busy. People have booked for food. I mean, what time is it now? It's
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. We would have thought it would have been quiet at that time.
Oh well, never mind. What's the plan now?
Go back to the van and have a drink. What is she looking at? That scared the bloody life out of me. If you can zoom in there.
Yeah, zoom in. In that window, there's a doll. That is quite scary. It's not a real person.
We were being watched in Stockbridge.
Anyway, this way, back to the van. Well, that saves us a few more pennies then, because we got enough drink at the van
Yep.
to have a nice drink tonight. We got food at the van,
Yep.
a few nibbles.
We were going to find a pub and have a drink and have something to eat. But I guess we'll just have to take you back to the van with us and see what we get up to there. We just got caught in a heavy pour down.
We're drowned rats now, aren't we? At least we're back to the campsite.
But it's a really horrible muddy path, that. So if you're wanting to go to Stockbridge from here, I'd do it when it's drier.
When it's
Yeah.
the mud's not as slippy as it is, because you don't realise it's quite downhill, isn't it?
Yeah, uphill coming up wasn't so bad, but then I just got onto the grass thinking I was safe and nearly skidded across that as well.
There's a few more V-dubs turning up. I noticed that here actually. The V-dubs seem to like it.
Yeah, they're ideal space is a good price, isn't it?
Yeah, it is cheap.
20 quid.
Cheap and cheerful.
It's not bad.
All right, let's get ourselves back to that van and get these wet clothes off.
And a drink.
And a drink. Well, good morning. And we've survived the rain.
Yeah, we was going to do a bit of filming when we got back, but we were being boring and there was nothing to film.
Nothing to film here, but it has been a really relaxing weekend on this site, which is ideal. And sometimes it's nice just to bring it back and chill out.
So what did we do last night when we got back? We just had something to eat, a few drinks and watched something on TV.
Yeah, watched a lot
it
of
got
TV.
really bad with the rain. Like sometimes you couldn't even hear the TV.
Yeah,
You know, we've even got a smart speaker, so because all the sound on our TV goes backwards, and the TV's quite big, so we don't have room for a soundbar underneath it 'cause it's a bigger TV. So we have a smart speaker that we connect to it Bluetooth, and that it's a Bluetooth or wireless. Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And we have that, and so we have it on the tables near us, and that's quite loud.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even hear that at times. We had to pause what we were watching
Yeah.
until the rain
So
stopped.
sometimes it was just listening to the rain, which ain't a bad thing either. It grounds you a little bit. If you are around the Stockbridge area, you know, this is an ideal little site if you just want to pop in. Like I say, you know, £20 a night ain't that bad at all. Yes, you don't get electric with that, but we're paying double that with electric. So we don't spend £20 on electric a night.
No, and there was tents here as well. There was about 2 or 3 tents, some vans,
V-dubs, lots of
caravans.
V-dubs.
Do you know what? It's quite nice, actually. It's quite relaxing. But I would say if you do come here with a plan of walking into Stockbridge, driving in's fine, but walking in, I wouldn't come in the winter or when it's raining or whatever, because that path is really muddy and it's downhill.
Yeah.
On the way
slippery,
down.
isn't it?
I was trying to hopefully get Lee falling over so I could get £250, but didn't happen. We've had a really cosy weekend. So I had to go to the hairdressers yesterday, so we didn't want to go too far from home.
No.
I needed to obviously have the car to go into, so we could carry on going away as well. But next weekend is Valentine's Day, so we're staying at home for that, aren't we?
We are.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, obviously that would have passed by the time you were here.
Yeah, by the time we've watched
see this video, but
so
for us, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So we filmed this before the NEC, so you will have seen the NEC video, which we slotted in before this one. The next video you will see is us at Highlands End, so we absolutely love that campsite.
A bit of the Jurassic Coast. Yeah, you can't beat Jurassic Coast. Love
That's
it down
the one
there.
where we did the 3 Peak Challenge, which is not the 3 Peaks as you know it, it's the Dorset 3 Peak Challenge.
Yeah.
And I might even get Lee back out and do, depending on the weather.
I'll walk down to West Bay maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll see, depending on the weather, because if it's horrible and muddy, then we're not doing it, because it's a muddy track and that. But if it's, well, we've got walking boots, we can actually wear them this time.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I would like to go for a long walk like that. I mean, if we don't do the 3 Peaks, we're going to do some long walk. Yes, so we'll go down to West Bay. Again, we like West Bay. There's some fish and chips.
Yeah.
That's nice. So we are looking forward to that. We're just hoping we've got some good weather for it and we're not stuck inside, because that would be disappointing, because it's a lovely area. But they do a nice carvery there as well. Might go for
we'll film all that when we're there.
Yeah, so I'm getting excited, that's all, because it's a nice one. But when we say, you will have seen we've been at the NEC, stayed at a campsite there. And hopefully you'll have seen that we've done a couple of Toby Carvery nights as well.
On that note, we'd like to say thank you to everyone that supports the channel, everyone that subscribes as normal, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, bye.
See ya! That was a bit high pitched, can I do that again? See ya!